Brookhaven Rehabilitation Center in New York takes in the super obese. Many of them have left their families to seek treatment for their food addiction. Before coming to Brookhaven, Isabel Vasquez had become so obese she couldn't walk, and she was trapped in her own home. Now, Isabel is managing to climb stairs for the first time in 12 months.
Stop.
But she's made so much progress that her HMO has said she must leave the clinic. Brookhaven's administrator, Robert Coleman, is pleased with Isabel's progress.
Isabel's very strong-willed. She sees a goal and she's going to go after it. And since she's been here, nothing has gotten in her way.
But Robert thinks Isabel is being forced to leave before she's completed her treatment.
Many of the insurance companies don't really want to hear what I'm trying to accomplish. So if I have a 700-pound person who has an ankle fracture, is not weight-bearing, once that ankle is healed, send them home. They don't understand that now this 700-pound person is 580 pounds and continuing to lose weight, and all the other diseases that they have, we're curing because they're losing weight.
Unless Robert Coleman can change the mind of Isabel's HMO, then she will have to go home. Since 700-pound Bill Surratt left his wife and son behind 4 weeks ago, he's been making great strides battling with his addiction to food. 5 weeks ago, he couldn't move from his bed. Now, he's starting to take his first steps in years. Now, after little success, Bill's thoughts turn to his family in Illinois and how his obesity may affect them in the future.
Chad has already recognized that he had the tendency, because at 13 he was 5'10", weighed right at about 215. Well, today at 14, he is 6 foot tall at 179.
Bill is also worried about his wife.
She's got a problem too. I would have liked for her to come out here, but it wasn't feasible. She wasn't ready. I think she's taking the ostrich approach to her problem. She's hiding her head in the sand and it'll go away.
Pam is in denial about her overeating.
Do you think you eat more than the average person?
No, I don't. Generally speaking, in the morning I'll have a package of crackers and bottled water. And a lot of times that'll be it till I come home for supper.
Pam believes she knows the reason for her obesity.
I'm sure poor choices haven't helped the situation. But as far as an addiction, I don't feel personally that I do. A lot of my problem I feel anymore is the inability to be able to exercise. My knees have gotten so bad from the arthritis. It makes it, it's almost been impossible to try to lose weight without being able to do some kind of exercise.
But Brookhaven's Robert Coleman thinks the reason for morbid obesity is more complex.
The real reason why this group turns to food is because it's their addiction. It's a lifestyle that they live for many, many years. And they choose that behavior. I don't think they mean any harm to their bodies. That's the addiction and that's the disease.
Bill's parents also think Pam is in denial.
Well, she is a pretty good sized person.
Yeah, she is. She's very big, and I think she doesn't realize how big she is, I don't think.
Pam can't go to Brookhaven. Her medical insurance won't cover it, and she can't leave 14-year-old Chad. If she wants to lose weight, she'll have to go it alone. But nobody in the family wants to see her end up like Bill.
It's degrading, it's not pleasant, it really cuts your ego. You have to have that kind of plan to get back to bed. You are in a prison without bars.
Robert Coleman has been trying to keep Isabel Vasquez at Brookhaven. After After a great deal of negotiating with their insurance company, he finally has some good news.
They want to send you home as quickly as possible.
Right.
We get the documentation
Okay.
from the physician that states that you need to remain in this facility for another 6 months.
Right.
Which you clearly need.
Definitely.
The forms then get sent over to the plan. You're disenrolled from the plan and you become a traditional Medicaid member.
Right. Just plain Medicaid.
Plain Medicaid, and you don't have to go home.
Oh, that's a sigh of relief. But is this a guaranteed fact that it's going to happen?
I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't a fact.
So it's a done deal?
It's a done deal.
Oh, and thank you. Thank you, Mr. Coleman. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Robert's negotiations have allowed Isabel to stay for another 6 months. Now that Isabel doesn't have to worry about her insurance, her focus turns to her 325-pound son, Joseph. Complications from his obesity have forced him to see a doctor.
Where do you have the pain?
All through here.